All right, let's go ahead and get started then. So go ahead and take a comfortable seat with cross-legged if that works, or if you have a chair and you'd rather sit there, we'll just take a moment to center. So move your sitting bones and then give a little press down onto your upper thighs. And just allow yourself a little rooting action, a little grounding. And then lengthen up through your sides, lift your shoulders up and back, and let your eyes close. And take a couple big breaths right here, letting yourself tune into your body. Notice how it feels. Noticing your breath, your energy level. Then bring hands to connect at heart center. And as you gently press your palms together, lift your shoulders up and back, lengthening. And then exhale, bow towards your heart. Starting here with that little bit of a neck stretch. Take a full, big, deep breath. Then softly opening your eyes and releasing your hands down. Give your shoulders a couple of rolls back. And then roll your shoulders forward. And then lift your shoulders up and back, lengthening up through the back of your neck, and take your right ear over to your right shoulder. Move your left shoulder down your back a few times, left shoulder blade. Inhale back up to center. Exhale, left ear to left shoulder. Right shoulder blade moves onto your back a few times. Then inhale back up to center and exhale right ear to right shoulder again. And this time, turn your left palm up and reach out to the left side. Move your left shoulder blade onto your back a couple times here, moving it on and off your back. And then keep it hugging onto your back as you reach fingers and your head in opposite directions. Full big deep breath. Then inhale back up to center. Exhale, left ear to left shoulder. Right palm turns up as you reach your arm out to the right side. Again, your right shoulder blade moves on and off your back a couple times. Then keep your right shoulder blade on your back, reach through your right fingertips, move your head away from your right fingertips to the left. Inhale, come back up to center. And now with your shoulder blades engaging onto your back, shake your head no, and think of exaggerating that movement of chin toward your shoulder as much as your body is ready for. If there's a lot of tension, sometimes that affects how far you can take this. And then take your head over to the right side and nod your head to the right. And then your chin stays tucked down. Take a hold of the back of your head if that's comfortable with your right hand. Move your left shoulder blade further onto your back, and now even reach your left fingertips toward the back left corner of your mat. And then again, find that reach. So you're moving your head diagonally to the right, and you're moving your arm back diagonally to the left. Inhale, come back into center. Turn your head over to the left side and nod your head. And now keep your chin tucked down. Take a hold of the back of your head with your Left hand, if you would like to, you can always do this without taking a hold of your head. Move your right shoulder blade onto your back and now reach back toward the back right corner of your mat. And then do that opposite diagonal reach here. Take a big deep breath. Inhale, come back into center. And then switch the cross of your legs, coming to maybe the less comfortable cross for yourself if you're sitting cross-legged. Move your sitting bones. And now elbows hug by your sides, palms are up here, and then inhale, rotate your arms so your thumbs are moving back, broad through your chest. Take a couple big breaths here and just allow your shoulder blades to engage again, and then engage again, and then engage again. And you might find that your arms are able to rotate a little bit more when you do that. Take a full deep inhale and exhale. And then bring fingertips to connect out in front of you, going in the other direction here. So press fingertips around through your upper back like a cat pose. Tuck your chin down and then move a little bit through your shoulders, maybe a little side to side sway. Take a couple big breaths. Then inhale, sit tall and walk your hands out to your knees and then move through a seated cat and cow here. Exhale, pressing your spine back. Inhale, drawing your belly and heart forward. Full, big, deep breaths. Then inhale, sit tall, and we'll do a little bit more shoulder work before we start to get into the hips. So bring your fingertips to your shoulders and lift your elbows up to shoulder height. And then draw your shoulder blades onto your back. And now as you exhale and start to bring elbows in toward each other, think of keeping your shoulder blades hugging onto your back. So it might inhibit how close your elbows can come. Inhale, open it up, re-engage shoulder blades, keep them engaged as you exhale and draw elbows in toward each other. Inhale, open up, and exhale, elbows toward each other. Two more this way, full inhale, long, deep exhale. Deep inhale, and exhale. Good. Then release your arms down, and again, give shoulders or some rolls back. Then some rolls forward. Good. And so now we'll get a little bit into the hips. So come forward onto hands and knees. And if you do have anything sensitive going on for knees and you happen to have a blanket nearby, or roll up your mat if you want to, pause on your hands and knees to set yourself up, wrists under shoulders, knees under hips. And then as you rotate your elbow pits forward, so that you're bringing a little rotation of your upper arm bones, press down with your hand and expand into the upper back. Inhale, reach back with your right leg, and you can always keep your toes on the ground here, or you can lift your leg up. Take a big, deep breath. And now, again, you can keep your toes on the ground or lift your leg up, but turn your hip a little upward. You'll be able to do a little bit more of that turning if your leg is lifted, but again, you can even do that with your toes on the ground. Take a full big breath and push through your heel. Even if you have your hip on the ground, reach, or your foot on the ground, reach through your heel. And then release your right knee back to the ground. Inhale, reach your left leg back, up or down, your choice. Flex through your foot. Press with your hands and expand into your upper back, and then open up with the hips. Turn open as much as your body is ready for, whether your leg is lifted or down. And reach through your heel. Then exhale, left knee comes back to the ground. Inhale, stretch your right leg back, turn open again. And now you're gonna step right foot forward in between your hands. And your back knee, if you tuck your toes under and walk your back knee back, sometimes that gives you a little extra stretch through your back thigh. Extend your heart forward, long through your spine, deep, full breath. Ideally, front shin is stacked straight up and down with your entire foot on the ground. So it might take a little bit of finagling to get it there. Take another big breath and lengthen your spine. And now set your left hand on the floor at the edge of your mat, or think of right underneath your shoulder here. Right hand to your knee as you start to turn your belly and your heart, taking a spinal twist toward the right side. Shoulder blades are both on your back, especially the left shoulder blade. It wants to pop to the right. Keep it engaged on your back. Take another full big breath. Good, now both hands come back to the ground and go ahead and step back. Hands and knees, pause, set yourself up. Wrists under shoulders, knees under hips. Move through a full round of cat and cow. Inhale, belly toward the ground. Exhale, round your spine upward. Inhale, tilt sitting bones up, expand your heart. Exhale, tilt sitting bones down, round through the back body. Inhale, come back to a neutral place. Reach back with your left leg. Turn open with your hip. And then step left foot forward in between your hands. And again, work your back knee back as far as you need to maybe get that little extra stretch through the back thigh. And then as you center with your hips and grow longer through your spine, take a deep breath. Then set right hand underneath your shoulder, left hand to your knee as you start to turn your belly and your heart toward the left side. Shoulder blades are on your back. Take a deep breath. Then exhale, both hands come back down to the ground and settle back on the hands and knees. And this time we'll take a child's pose. So as deeply, as far back as your hips need to go towards your heels. And so if you have any knee stuff going on, sometimes it feels better to stay up a little ways with your hips and elbows to the ground, or you can get hips further back towards your heels and head toward the ground. As you take a couple big breaths here, feel free to add a little bit of movement, a little shifting through the hips, through the arms, and then take a big deep inhale and exhale. Feel free to take an exhale out of the mouth so that you're doing a little sighing. And now gently push yourself all the way up to your seat. And we're going to come down onto sitting bones. And now we'll take a half happy baby pose from a sitting position. So if you find that your low back tends to round back, feel free to grab something to sit on. Pillow, blanket, whatever you happen to have. You can even technically sit on a chair here, but that makes this hip opener a little bit more challenging sometimes. So left leg becomes your base. Right leg, you're going to pick your leg up and hold on to your foot and your knee and sit tall. And then do a little rocking side to side here with your leg. This is kind of rocking the baby. And now you're going to turn your right leg so that your foot is aimed toward the front of your mat and your knee is aimed toward the back of your mat. So you can hold on around the back side of your thigh, around your shin, or around the outside of your foot, whichever feels the best to you, and then lift up through your sides. You can even use your left hand now for a little support to lean against. If you're leaning against your hand though, think about pushing down and lifting up with your chest. Then pull back with your right hand on your foot or your leg, and then push your right foot or your leg into your hand. So a little resistance. Take a big deep breath. And then gently release your foot. Create the base with your right leg. And then pick your left foot and knee up. And do a little rocking. As you rock, sit tall. And now turning your leg, holding on to it where you need to, again, around the thigh, around the shin, or around the foot, whatever feels the best. Right hand can be your helper. Press down and lengthen, lift your sides. And then create that resistance. Pull back with your hand and then push into your hand with your foot or your leg, whatever you have. Take a big deep breath. And then gently release your foot down and come into our butterfly now. So soles of feet together. And move your feet as close or as far away from your body as you need to be able to sit tall. So if you pull it really close and now it's hard to sit up, then move your feet a little further away so you can sit up. And then moving sitting bones back and broad, hold on to shins or maybe your toes or fingertips behind you to sit up even taller. Lengthen your spine all the way from down at your pelvis, where you tilt your belly forward. Take a full big deep breath. Keep that tall spine and now reach out through your knees like you're reaching toward the walls on either side of you. As you reach toward the walls on either side of you, inch your feet a little closer together so that your feet can press into each other. Reach through your thighs, lengthen through your spine. Take another big deep breath right here. And now if you have a little bit of more movement through your hips, then you're welcome to hinge at the hips and fold a little bit towards your feet. Sometimes that makes you round back through your low back especially. So if that happens, then come back upright. Take another big deep breath. And now inhale, rise up if you have taken that fold, and now move your feet even further forward. So you have more of a diamond shape with your legs. And again, move your sitting bones. Oftentimes when you create that bigger space in front of you, it creates more movability, more mobility through the hips. So press down with fingertips, lift your ribs, and now we're gonna pulse with our breath. As you exhale, walk your hands down your legs, taking as deep a fold as your body is ready for. And then inhale, walk your hands back up your legs as you rise up, and exhale, hinge and fold. Take 3 more at your own pace with your own breath. Inhaling to sit tall, and exhale, stay long as you fold. Then inhale and sit tall, footprints to the floor. And then you're gonna walk your legs out as far away from you as you need to be able to fold over them and hold on to your wrists. So wherever that is, inhale, sit tall. Exhale, fold over your legs, and holding on to wrists just helps to support this. So you can also just release your hands and let them rest on the ground. You decide what feels the best. Then take a couple big breaths here, expanding into your back body. Inhale, gently rise all the way back up. And now we're gonna make our way onto our backs. And from your back, just draw legs in toward your chest, knees in toward your chest, and rock. A little side to side. And then set your left foot on the ground. Right knee is hugged into your chest, and you're gonna open your knee up wide out to the right. And then aim your foot toward the ceiling. So we did this half happy baby pose version while sitting. Now we're gonna take a half happy baby pose while reclined. So again, hold on around the back side of your thigh, outside of your shin, or take a hold of the outside of your foot, whichever feels the best to you. And then open the left leg up to the left side. So you have your knee opening, you have two different kinds of hip openers happening right now. Both feet are active. This helps to keep ankles and knees safe. Take a big, deep breath. And now left knee back to center. Cross right ankle over your left knee. And from here, you can stay with your right left foot on the ground, or you can pick your legs up toward you in this figure 4. Rocking a little side to side, allowing your low back to lengthen. And then pause in the center, hugging legs in toward you as close as is comfortable. Finding that place for you, or you can still take a deep breath. And then also notice whatever stretching sensation is present. And now gently set your left foot on the ground and set your right foot on the ground. And drop knees in together to touch for a moment. Hands can come to your hips, or feel free to take a cactus here, 90-degree angle with your arms and palms facing the ceiling. For just a full breath, noticing whatever is different in your sides. And then walk your feet back in. Right foot stays on the ground, lift your left knee in toward your chest, and then open the left knee up to the left side and aim your foot up toward the ceiling. And then you can hold on wherever you need to for that half happy baby pose. And now right leg, rock to the pinky toe edge of your foot and open the right knee. Full big deep breath here. And now right leg comes back to center and cross the left ankle over the right knee. And then pick your legs up toward your body as close as you're ready for. And then add a little bit of rocking side to side here so that the low back can lengthen. And then as you come back into center here, hold the legs in as close as is right for your body. And again, Right foot could always be on the ground here. You don't have to have your legs lifted. Full breath. And then gently set right foot on the ground and left foot on the ground. Knees dropping together to touch. Arms in whatever configuration feels the best to you. Sometimes that cactus place is just a really nice opening for the chest, but it's up to you. Maybe extend your legs all the way out here instead. Start to settle into your resting pose, your Shavasana, and take some full breaths as you let yourself settle. And begin to take a deeper breath. Add some gentle movements into your fingers, into your toes. And as you're ready to, bend your knees and roll over to one side. And then slowly press yourself back up to your seat. And with hands coming together at heart center, eyes closed, take a moment with your breath. Have a very peaceful and beautiful rest of your night. Namaste.